Somehow, Toys R Us returned. Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. Welcome to my review for BoonBoomger episode 36. So this was, I thought, a very enjoyable episode. Oddly enough, I felt Superhero Time this week was kind of similar in the sense that both episodes were very enjoyable, very entertaining, and had some highlights of kind of the more, like, quote-unquote filler episodes, but didn't really move the needle forward in a huge way, and yet they did manage to keep things going. That was definitely a positive of the episode. Something I brought up previously is, like, I don't mind if we go back to having some filler episodes and stuff like that, like this one, but just so long as you keep the plot going a little bit in the background so it doesn't feel like you could skip these episodes or that it's forgotten about. It's only some small scenes, but they do manage to move things forward with a meeting with the ISA where we get more clear goals about our main villain. I can't remember his name. It's like Zack Snyder or something like that, or Spider. I'm just going to call him Spider. But we find out that the reason he wants gasoline is basically it makes him immortal, which is an interesting little wrinkle, and we also see him heading towards Earth finally. So we do get those small little scenes, and that was nice. That's like honestly all I ask for. Not that I want every episode to be like that, but when you do take a beat for some filler, it's nice to feel like there's still a through line of the story, and I really enjoyed that. But the overall episode was more so about Mira and her friend, who is played by Flint from Two Kaiser, from Zenkaiger, Kaiser's sister. So close enough. Welcome back, Gokaiger. That's what I thought about, especially since we know there's a Gokaiger cameo in the third lap. It would be funny if this was somehow very indirectly how that worked. Obviously, I know Two Kaiser isn't a Gokaiger, but you know what I mean, it's just a joke. But anyway, the plot is revolving around Mira's leaving her job at Toys R Us, which is just surreal to see. Again, I know Toys R Us still exists in that universe. In fact, in Japan's universe. But I think they brought some back here, didn't they? Like in malls and stuff. I never sought them out or anything. But regardless, you know, back in the day, that was like the main spot or one of the main spots to get PR toys and stuff. So it's still kind of crazy to see it, since even if there is ones at malls and whatever, it's just weird to see it as like a normal, like, classic Toys R Us. But anyway, she's leaving her job, and, you know, she's being super celebrated as a BoonBoomger. They focus a lot on that element. I feel like that hasn't been focused on a ton. I mean, I know there's been episodes where they talk about the tire people and stuff, but I feel like there hasn't been a ton that focuses on their celebrity. But basically, her friend is jealous. She's leaving the job to go work at this other job, and she feels like she's losing sight of her dream and is just really jealous of Mira, who they keep calling by her last name in this episode, and I didn't even know her last name. I forget what her last name is now, even though they said it so many times in the episode, but like the caller ID pops up and it's like Chaka, When the Walls Fell. I'm like, who the hell is this? She's jealous of her, even though Mira actually very much admires her chasing her dreams, and she like offers to hold her morpher briefly when she's on her shift, and then as a result still has it in her backpack later and steals it and tries to transform, but she fails because she doesn't know you have to Bokunger it and spin the wheel at the end. And that's just kind of funny, because I honestly thought there might be a reveal like, oh, they're somehow DNA locked, but no, she was just too stupid to be able to change it. But you know, it was a pretty cliche Sentai filler plot, which was just kind of about like, hey, you may have these detours on your dreams, but don't give up type of deal. But I thought it was nice, and there is something about the way, for lack of better wording, the civilian shots are shown in BoonBoomger, whether it's at the base or them at the shop, that has this really nice grounded feel that I like. Oftentimes, with all the Sentai silliness and bright colors and craziness, it can really feel like a kid show. And I know it's a kid show, but you know what I mean? Where it feels really silly and like it's not grounded in reality. But these scenes really remind me, and what I liked about Care Major and what I liked about Sentai when I early on got into it, was just this really grounded feel where the stories and the characters felt human, and I liked the connection between the two of them, and I thought it was kind of a nice continuation of using the steering wheel thing as a metaphor and driving and roads and all that she's going on a detour, and she might see some new sights along the way, but she'll eventually get to her dream and to not give up. So, again, cliche, but I thought it was well done. I think actually the best thing about it was honestly almost felt like a series finale type of thing for Mira. I mean, I know we're getting close to the end game, but still, just the way that it felt very much like it was showing us like how far Mira had come in terms of taking the wheel for herself. Even like I felt was a parallel with her in the car with her friend at the end, like she was with Taya, where Taya kind of more had his path figured out then and she didn't. And it felt very much like a character like series finale beat. So yeah, nothing too huge or revolutionary, but I found it to be a solid, enjoyable BoonBoomger filler that wasn't too crazy or wacky, a little bit more grounded. And also, we did continue the main plot in the background, which was nice. On a superficial side note, Mira got a really sick, like, running instamorph. I mean, it looks a little funny when the tire's about to land on her face. That sounds funny to say, but it was really cool. Anyways, guys, that's about it for this one. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.